Hello. I'm Zach. I looked into an older-ish problem or discovery or oddity by MetaQuo a while back, just to confirm that it was in fact real. I didn't originally intend to release this yet because I'd really rather compare this to the remaster and have the information on that as well, but unfortunately the servers are down currently, so that's not possible. Also, if you're watching this from 2025 and the Holy Grail has been discovered and you solve this issue, cool, spam the comments with that. That would be helpful, I guess. Alright, so what Crow discovered in the code was that there exists a different kind of desync, apart from the most common, the first type of desync, the temporal parallax, I guess. Where two players, their views differ just by nature of latency, the obvious kind. Then there existed rotational desync, that was very instrumental to desync for mages and enables ghost strikes and a couple other things. I've made enough videos about that, I think. This one here is a desync between character animation and actual events that occur. I would like to quickly show how this works with attacks, regular attacks. Usually in PvE and so single player, the hitbox comes out at the same frame every time, and when you touch that hitbox, you are hit instantly. That's all. That's also the case when you hit someone online. In this example, I'm hitting myself, so there should theoretically be zero latency. There still exists some, but it doesn't matter, and perfect connection. So that is not a factor here. Don't confuse those. But all these 5 frames, which I have detailed here from 27 different hits, are the frames at which I got hit anyways by my opponent's attack. So if one were to try to analyze which frames hitboxes come out, one would randomly find one of these 5 different frames in character animation. Alternatively, one could say that the information you get from your opponent's animation is randomized, so it isn't actually reliable, which is an obvious problem and terrible and shouldn't be a thing. The topic of discussion currently, which caused me to make this video, is perfect blocks. One obvious result of this kind of desync is that perfect blocks are random and easy. Perfect blocks in PvE single player are consistently 1 frame timing. You have to get that 2 things to align on the same frame, and then you get a perfect block. It's consistent, it's reliable, it's a cool tech. In multiplayer, this completely falls apart. You have to lower your shield in one of these 5 frames, and then you have a 1 in 5 chance to hit a perfect block. Which exact frames depend, of course, on the attack, but it's not difficult to time. It's simply a 1/6 of a second time window that you have to hit, and then hope that you're lucky. That's all there is to perfect blocks. Backstab escapes are probably a bit better, since those are just completely based on prediction and are instant. So the whole animation and desync part doesn't really matter to that tech, but even things like toggling, which I had determined to be a 3 or 4 frame window, might just have a chance that despite the correct timing you will miss that toggle. If my measurements at the time were correct, I'm not going to guarantee that they are, but if they are, then yeah, toggles are kind of random as well. And even in just any time of timing that you will encounter during trades or dodges are going to be affected by this. One more interesting side effect. Usually this is where the hitbox would appear, or directly following this. All of this is hitting earlier than it should. None of this, obviously this is not supposed to hit you. So why does it? Because animation and events aren't transmitted to the opponent at the same rate. One every frame, the other only every 5 frames, and thus we get this desync, which leads to all attacks actually being a lot quicker than they are, or than they should be given the animation. So Dark Souls, I guess, is a bit quicker in PvP. I don't know whether that's a good thing, but that's the result. Thanks for listening.